Hello and welcome to the CS Zone, your one-stop shop for everything customer service. Today we'll be looking at telephone etiquette. And I know you're wondering, etiquette in telephone? Yes. Anything that has to do with customer service needs some guidelines and politeness to go with it. And so we'll talk about telephone etiquette. Now, one of the very first things that I advise we do as people who speak to customers either face-to-face or on the phone is to learn how to be receptive and how to be polite. Now, how do you show receptiveness and politeness through the phone? Firstly, if you work for an organization, when you pick up the phone, I think it's important to mention your name, the name of the company, you greet the customer, and then you ask them what you can do to help them. So, for example, if I work for XYZ company and someone rings my phone, when I pick up the phone, I will be saying, "Hello, good morning, Yvonne speaking, this is XYZ, how can I help you?" Once you do that, you're setting a standard for picking up the phone. One other thing I would advise you to do when you're on the phone, or one other thing that we can consider to be very good telephone manners, is to ask for the caller's name so that you occasionally use the caller's name throughout the conversation. It's also very important to always have a pen and paper handy so that in case a customer calls in and wants to leave some information, you have a pen and a paper handy to write it down. You don't want to tell the customer to hold on just so that you can go and get pen and paper. That's not right. You should also be very cautious when you tell a customer to hold. When you tell a customer to hold, what do you actually mean? You're actually telling them to stay on the line for a few minutes while you go and get the information that they require. Now, when you tell a customer to hold, make sure you press the hold button. Or if you don't have a hold button, make sure that the customer cannot hear anything that you discuss with your colleagues. It's very, 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 very uncultured and not proper manners for a customer to hear what you're discussing at the other side of the line. Now, my last tip for you when it comes to telephone etiquette is to leave with a polite parting comment. So once you've spoken to the customer, make sure to say to the customer, "Thank you very much for calling," or "Thank you very much for doing business with us," or "Have a very good day, Mr. Apia or Mrs. McCarthy." I think if you follow these few steps, you would at least be 50% there when it comes to telephone etiquette. This has been CS Zone. Join us again for another episode where we educate you in customer service.